All right, what's up guys? Sorry it has been a while, been busy. So as you can tell, today we are going to go through a slick and or full loadout. I'm gonna build both. So there's gonna be a lot of information in here, so just bear with me here, all right? All right, so the plate carrier we're gonna be building out is a T-Rex Arms AC1. This is a size medium plate. Over time, I have figured out that the plates I have in here are about as big as you can fit. So this is a size medium plate, and these are 10 by 12 plates, but the true dimensions of these are 3/4 of an inch thick, 9 5/8 wide, and 11 5/8 tall. It took me about 20 minutes to get each one of these in here. So I didn't bother showing y'all that because it would take a while. But these are about as snug as you can get in here, and they're kind of hard to get out. But they were just laying around. These are level 4 plates. I had some running around, so I put level 4 plates in here. I'm not saying that's what you got to do, but I had these available, so I put level 4s in here. If I was going to build something like a true full loadout, like a designated full loadout, I probably would put some, I would say Hesco L210s or something a little lighter, dual curve ceramic. These are ceramic, they're single curves though, and they're a little bigger and a little heavier. So I would cut down on the weight, and you can get the level 4s and the Hescos, they're just really pricey. So if you're looking for a budget, I would say maybe stay around like the L210 area. But with that being said, let's talk about some of the accessories with this. So as I stated, this is the AC1. And one thing I really like about this plate carrier is the cummerbund. Let me take this off and I'll show you. So as you can see, one thing I really like about this cummerbund is the difference in size. So you have the small one right here, then the kind of a medium, and then kind of a large one. So I predominantly run 5.56 mags. So this is going to be up front. You could flip this around and run this one up front if you wanted to do some DMRs, or if you're shooting 308s, you could run this slick with no placard up front and run this up front, maybe on the side, so you have a little room. So that's one reason. But since I'm predominantly running 5.56, I'm going to run the small one up front. All right, let me put this back on. Make sure my OCD lines up. All right, now let's talk about some accessories that we have. If you want to run really slick, this is a Spiritus Systems. Let me take these out for you so you can get a little better idea. So this is a Spiritus system. I believe this is some sort of MK4 style. So it's just a single. And then I have 3 mag pouches in here that are with the 5.56 insert from Spiritus System as well. And then I have some Haley Strategic padding on the back, just because this is my chest rig. So what you could do, I mean, you could run just this if you wanted to really slim it down. Without the dangler, or the sack, so to speak, depending on what people call it. But this is a very good option for running it truly slick. But this is the gray, wolf gray. I think it's a version of the MK4. The next one I've got, this one, also from Spiritus Systems, is the Microfight Chassis MK4. This is how I currently run my loadout. So just like this, with a dangler full of meds and then a tourniquet on the bottom. This is another option that you could run. This has the Haley Strategic, I believe it's called the Haley Strategic MP2 inserts in these. And this is another very good option to run. One of my favorite, and what I currently run in my slick setup, is this. It is from Von Armor. It is the Laser Panel Pro triple mag. Sorry, English is difficult sometimes. So it's got 3 for pistols and 3 for ARs. I actually, in my slick setup, I run a multi-tool right here and 2 pistols on here, and I will show you what that looks like here in a second. So those are the placards. Some of the other accessories are a tourniquet. So this is a tourniquet holder, so to speak, from this is from T-Rex Arms, and I'll show you kind of how I run that as well. But I don't run this on the slick loadout. I'll show this will be on the full loadout, so I'll show you that. So let's get to building it. So as I stated, Von Armor, this is the placard I use. So we're going to clip that in and run that. And then I run a tourniquet here on the right side, just like that, for my slick, so to speak, setup. And then I have a pocket knife that I just run on the side in the laser cut molly. And you can run something else if you want to right there, but I choose not to. So I just run a knife. All right, and then I run a multi-tool in the middle. And I run 2 mags on each side. So I have a little space here, which is nice. And then I run 3 5.56 mags. Just like that. And then this is a little impact pack that I made. You can run this in that big back, in this one right here, the back portion, the big back panel, or the back option. You can run this, you can run a little IVAC, you can run a little fire starting kit, you can run a little accessories pouch with batteries, build it however you want to. But I just run a little bitty IVAC in the back, and that normally sits right there. So this is my slick, but this is how I personally run this rig. So let's build it out. We've got a whole lot more real estate. T-Rex did a good job, so we've got a whole lot more real estate to run. So let's build a full loadout. But first, I'm gonna weigh this and show you what it weighs. Got my scale, let's turn it on. We'll do pounds, because we're in America. All right, so full slick loadout, so to speak, we're at 21 pounds and 6 ounces. So that's for the slick loadout, so to speak. So let's build out the rest. There's a few options for tourniquets. You can run it here. You can also run it on the left side. What you can do is you can run it up front. You could also run this. You could flip this upside down and run it on the back, on the inside, so you can pull it out from the bottom and from the back. I don't necessarily do that, but we'll show you what it looks like. You can have that tourniquet up front, and we can put this back here. All right, so now you got 2 tourniquets on that side, which is good. And then take that one out. On the left side, we're gonna put 2 mags on each side. And you can leave this open, you can put something else in it, so whatever you want to do. And then we'll put that there. I don't necessarily like the tourniquet on the back. So what I'm gonna do, and if I'm running a full loadout, I'm also gonna have like a tangler. So what you can do is I'm gonna run my tourniquet up front, just like that. And then in this right section, I have this little bungee on here. This is just a sling retention or retainer from T-Rex. So I'm gonna move this up here. And then I'm gonna run a radio up front, which you don't really need this for a range. I probably would not put this in for a range day, but you could. Honestly, you could put a radio in here and run it up through the top, and I'll show you, but I would probably put another tourniquet in here, so that way I could have 2. But if I was gonna put another tourniquet, I would run this one in the back. So let's put I'll show you what the radio looks like in here. Put that down in there. Run my antenna up through the bungee and then in through the sleeve. Now that you've got that, put my IVAC in the very back. And then I would put maybe a dangler on this and run this up front on the bottom with another tourniquet on the bottom. But I kind of like this. And then I would run another mag in the center. So let me get that. And I'm going to move this. I'm going to put my multi-tool over here. And actually, I'm gonna put my multi-tool on my side, on my right side, over here in the empty pouch. All right, now let's put it together. And I'll put it on and show y'all, but I'm gonna weigh it first. I normally run my light, I put a little headlamp up here. But just for weight purposes, we'll run it right here and just kind of dangle it. And then we'll weigh it. Let's get the scale. All right, full loadout is roughly 25.1. So 25 pounds, 1 ounce is that. So we added about, what, 4 pounds to a full loadout. And then I'm gonna put this on, show you kind of what it looks like, the little details. Here's the full loadout. So I've got Husky light that's got a little swivel. And I got 3 mags up front, another 3 mags of AR. And then I've got my radio running behind there. I've got 2 mags on this side with an extra pouch if I need something. And then on this side, I've got my tourniquet tucked back here, as you can see, with a radio, which you don't need this for the rain day or range day, so I could just run my tourniquet here. And then my multi-tool, and then my IVAC in the back. So this is what the full loadout is. And I did add the dangler to this as well, so you can see that there. All right, so that was the full loadout. As civilians, you really don't know what you're preparing for, so you can just kind of do our best. So there's 2 ways to go about it. You can just buy certain things that fit one criteria and just go all out, or you can buy just a little bit of everything. That's what I kind of did. I just kind of buy a little bit of everything. But if you want to stick with one stance, go that. Maybe you got some buddies that can do for something else or whatever it may be, like a medic, artillery, whatever you want to do. So I just kind of buy a little at a time and use a bunch of different things. Like I could throw a different placard on here if I wanted to go 6 AR mags and have just fully loaded out an AR or whatever it may be. There's so many options out there. Just find what works best for you and whatever you want to do and just go do it. So I hope you learned something from this video. And if there's any questions, just put them below and I'll answer it. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers.